The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, everyone. How everybody's doing? I hope you're doing well. This is Neil Green again with you on the weekly webinar. Just like every Wednesday, the weekly webinar by me, by Neil Green. Just like every week. This time we're gonna talk about the central banks. I would like to welcome you guys from GoToWebinar and you guys from Facebook from our homepage. So welcome. Uh, just want to do a technical check. You guys can go to webinar. You have a chat window. So if you have any questions during the webinar, you're more than welcome to ask me. You guys on Facebook Live, you can write it under the comments. I'm going to show you how to join to the next webinar. Just is there any technical problems? Everybody can see the screen. Our homepage at fmfx.com. Can you hear my voice? Are we doing good? Anyone has any technical problems? This is the time to let me know before I'll start. Okay. Okay. Okay, on Facebook Live, I can see we have a sound problem. Just a second before we start because I want everyone to take part in the webinar. Okay, 30 seconds. All right, you guys, this is our homepage. Okay, actually, I want to talk about the central bank trading, but I want to talk about the earnings season to give you an update. Since the past two webinars, we talked about the earnings season and how to trade the earnings season. And I want to show you some opportunities that we had. Right now, we're during the earnings season, so we still have opportunities all the time. Um, let's see how we can take advantage of it, and let's see what's going on with the euro, with the French elections, a lot of things that are taking place right now in the market. I just want to connect the Facebook for us just a second. Let's see how it works. You guys can go to webinar. You can write me on the chat window. If you can see the screen and hear the voice, just take a technical check through the GoToWebinar to see that it works. Okay, that's good. Okay, just a minute. We want to go live on Facebook as well. Okay. So, are we on Facebook? Are you on Facebook? This is Neil Green on the weekly webinar. Just like every Wednesday, doing this webinar since last few months, just to give you the update of what's going on in the market right now. Okay, good. So let's start. All right, can you hear me now? Okay, let's do another technical check. You guys on Facebook, can you hear me? On GoToWebinar, you have a chat window. If you have any questions, more than welcome to ask me. This is Neil Green on the weekly webinar, just like every Wednesday. Okay, talking about the topics, things that are taking place the same week. You guys on GoToWebinar, you have a chat window. So if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to write me down. I'll try to answer your questions in between. You guys on Facebook on the homepage, you can write down on the comments, okay? Last time we talked about the earnings season. The time before we talked about the earnings season as well. I want to give you an update before we're going to talk about the topic of today, which is the central banks trading. This is our homepage at fmfx.com. Everybody can see that. All right, let's scroll down. If you want to join us, of course, it's for free to any webinar. Just click on join our webinars. Put in your first name, last name, and your email address. It's for free every Wednesday at 3 p.m. GMT time. We're doing it at GMT time since we have customers from all over the world. We want to make it convenient for you guys to have it the same hour. And more than welcome to join us and to to get some updates, of course, it's for free and forever will be. This is the logo of Facebook. To join us and talk about the events of this week. So this is our homepage, and let's start. Let's see what's going on in the market these days, okay? As you probably know, let me give you an update on the stock market, okay? During the earnings season, we talked about it on past webinars. You can check it on the Facebook page or on YouTube or wherever you like. It's we publish it. Netflix had an agreement with a Chinese company, okay? They signed a contract that they're going to be the next one doing live streaming in China, okay? The biggest population in the world. Of course, it's a huge thing for Netflix. Look at the stock. Let's take a look at Netflix. This is a daily chart of Netflix. As you can see, traded around $152 per share. Went up like crazy, okay? Other things. Look at Tesla Motors. Okay, the market right now is booming up. If I look at the Dow Jones, at the 30 companies with the highest value in the United States, you can see that right now on a daily chart, the highest point ever, okay? Market is booming up like crazy right now. And actually all the stocks, if we look at McDonald's, they just reported, okay, during the earnings season, of course, we had reports, great reports for the US stocks. The US economy is doing great. After the report, McDonald's published great earnings, okay, and you can see it here. You can see this gap up, traded at the highest point ever. And what else? Okay, let me show you more. Let me show you more. Take a look at Facebook. Okay, traded very high. The market right now is booming up. Great earnings season. The big companies in the United States are publishing great reports, and this is just to give you an update of what's going on in the US market. We have the tax policy of Donald Trump. He's going to talk about it today. Very interesting. Okay, let's start. Central bank trading. Now, central banks around the world are responsible, just for you to know, to stabilizing economics, okay? They do that by controlling the interest rate and money supply. Of course, if they print more money, the value of the currency is going down. Every time when we have less from something, the price is going up, and if we have more, the price is going down. Major global central banks, okay, they include, of course, interest rate. If interest rate goes up, usually it's great for the currency, okay, but bad for the stock market. You have to understand that we have an opposite correlation between the stocks and the currencies. If interest rate goes up, it's great for the currency, but it's bad for the stock market. If you had $100,000 and you wanted to invest it, and interest rate goes up, you would probably put it in the bank and sell stocks, and the opposite. If interest rate goes down, if a central bank, this is the job of the central bank in a certain country, decided to lower interest rate, of course, it's bad for US, for the bank stocks in the same country, not only in the US, for currencies, and then the stock market's supposed to go up. Now, major global central banks include Bank of Japan, BOJ. We're going to talk about it in just a minute. European Central Bank stands for ECB, and Federal Reserve, and many more around the world. Since the financial crisis of 2008, central banks have growing impact on financial markets, okay? Market reaction to central bank decisions are considered highly volatile, okay? Till 2008, central bank didn't affect the market because the market was so high. Since the crisis, okay, they have a lot of impact, and volatility is great for us as traders because it gives us opportunity to trade and to make money. We as traders, we look for volatility. We want to try to recognize the direction of the market, where a certain asset is going, and trade with it. The trend is your friend, hug him. Go with the trend, okay? Always with the trend in order to make money. Market reactions to central bank decisions are considered highly volatile. It's great news for us, and we have two major events tomorrow. Every central bank has a different agenda, ability, and power. Of course, the Fed, the Federal Reserve of the United States, is considered the most powerful central bank, since the US economy is the strongest economy in the world, and it affects actually the whole world, the whole economic world, especially in the US. Now, two interesting publications will take place tomorrow. The first one is the BOJ, okay, the Bank of Japan will publish its economic statement and interest rate. Where you can find it, you can see it on If you like to work with investing.com or Forex Factory, doesn't matter. Let me show you here Forex Factory. This is by GMT time tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. We have the Bank of Japan press conference after the policy rate. Right now tentative, we don't know the hour, but as you can see, it's supposed to stay the same. The forecast is minus 0.1% in the interest rate in Japan. This is very interesting because the interest rate in Japan is negative for a reason. Okay, right now the world is very unstable. Okay, interest rates around the world are going up, but Japan, okay, they're not noisy. Okay, very quiet market. The Japanese bank the Japanese government want people to go out, be independent, open businesses, and do stuff. And this is why, to take the economy forward, and this is why they have a negative interest rate. So they don't want people to put the money in the bank, just to take it and invest, which is great for the economy. Okay, so this is a major thing that is going to take place tomorrow in Japan. Let's talk about how we take advantage of it for us as traders. So we said the Bank of Japan will publish its economic statement and interest rate. No change expected in the interest rate, so it's supposed to stay at minus 0.1%. A positive economic outlook could support the Japanese yen and vice versa, which means if interest rate stays the same as expected, so the forecast, but the statement is going to be supportive, okay, then we want to trade long a position, which means we would like to buy the Japanese yen, and the opposite. Now, traders are recommended to generate key levels, of course, for the Japanese yen and the Nikkei. Let me try to explain. The Nikkei, okay, is the main index in Japan. The Nikkei includes the 225 stocks with the highest value in Japan. Okay, so if I don't want to trade on a specific stock in Japan, I can trade on the whole market by buying or selling contracts on the Nikkei. Of course, you can find it on the MetaTrader. The symbol is NK on the indices. Okay. Of course, a positive statement, okay, will be supportive for the Japanese yen and negative for the Nikkei. Opposite correlations all over the world. Currency against stocks and the opposite. Okay. How do we do it? Actually, we're gonna have another webinar just talking about the technical. You can find it here on the website on the technical analysis. But let me show you. If I want to trade, what happens with the thing with the Japanese yen, just like gold, these both assets are like safe haven, which means when people don't know where to invest, they know because the Japanese economy is very stable, it stays the same. When people sell euros or US dollar, usually they buy either gold or the Japanese yen. Now, right now, the euro is getting very stronger because of the election results in France. Okay, so investors sell Japanese yen and buy euros. If you want to see it, you can go to the euro versus the Japanese yen. Great opportunity. Okay, where are the currencies here? Euro versus Japanese yen. This is a daily chart, okay, which means that each candle that you see here represents one day. Look what happens in the past 3 days since the weekend. The euro is getting stronger versus the Japanese yen, much stronger. Okay, right now it's around 121 Japanese yen per 1 euro. Okay, getting very strong. You can see it on the euro versus the dollar as well. Okay, the euro is getting stronger. We want to see who's going to be the winner in France, whether it's going to be Emmanuel Macron or Le Pen. Macron has on the polls a huge advantage. This is why the euro is getting stronger these days, and very interesting and great opportunity for us as traders to trade. Okay, before the trade, you can put, let's say I want to trade on the euro versus the Japanese yen. Very easy. I take a line, I put it here. I have a resistance line at around 123. And the support line will be down here at around 115, which means if interest rate stays the same as expected, and we have a good statement from the Japanese central bank, of course we want to go with the Japanese yen. Okay, sell euros and buy Japanese yen all the way to 115, and the opposite, but all the way to May 7th when we have the French elections. So be aware to that, for how long you hold on to your positions. Okay, very important. Great. Back to the PowerPoint. Nikkei, same thing. If Japanese yen is going to go up, Nikkei is going to go down. Again, if you want to trade on the Nikkei, put some support and resistance lines on the Nikkei itself before the trade. Another event is going to take place is the European Central Bank will also publish its economic outlook and hold a press conference. Okay, no change expected in its interest rate. I'm sorry. Let me show you where you find it. Again, Forex Factory, EBS press conference. Okay, at 12:30 GMT time, PM GMT time in the afternoon. Why is it important? Because we want to see what Mario Draghi, the president of the European Central Bank, is going to say about the next interest rate, how the elections in France. Think about it. If Le Pen is going to be elected, it's going to be a big surprise. She might want to do a French exit, okay, Frexit, okay, France exit out of the European Union, which of course is very negative for the euro, and the opposite, just like the Brexit, okay, on June 24th of 2016, when in the UK, on the UK referendum, when they voted to leave the EU, we saw that the pound, the British pound, have crashed. And now, when we have new elections on June 8th, okay, the British pound went up. So take advantage of these opportunities. We have the press conference. You can watch it on Bloomberg, CNBC, CNN, whatever you like. See what Mario Draghi is saying, okay, follow it, and then understand where the market is going and how do you take advantage of exactly that. Good. Now, where were we? Good. No changes expected, as we said, no change expected in its interest rate, but there could be a new information on the next rate change, okay? And the market will react strongly. Volatility for us traders, we said it's good. Of course, good statements for the euro is going to be supportive for the good statements going to be supportive for the euro, and the opposite. Traders are recommended to generate key levels for the euro and the EU indices, such as the German DAX or the CAC in France and so on. So before any trade, anytime before you trade, put some resistance and support lines. You need to know how to combine the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis in order to take your trades properly. Okay, good. The impact of the European Central Bank publication could be short-lived. Traders are recommended to take into consideration the French elections, as we said, on May 7th. Now, the euro is on a short-term uptrend following the first round of the election. I just showed you. Okay, the euro is getting stronger versus, of course, the Japanese yen is getting stronger versus the US dollar and all currencies because of the results of the election so far. Market sentiment seems to be positive. High volatility expected during the press conference by the European Central Bank President Mario Draghi. Okay, he's the Italian president of the European Central Bank. Follow this statement tomorrow, and you can make a lot of money trading this. And of course, guys, good luck. Okay, any questions about the events tomorrow, about technical analysis, anytime, anything you would like to ask me, this is the time to do so. You guys can go to webinar, you have a chat window on Facebook, you can just write a comment. And of course, you can email me during the week. I would like to thank you for the emails at this stage. And any questions, this is the time. All right. If you would like me to clarify anything, just email me. Okay, I'll try to. And of course, contact your account manager for more questions. I would like to thank you very much for participating today. Take some good trades. Take advantage of these events. Okay, tomorrow of the Japanese Central Bank and the EB and the European Central Bank, and make a lot of money. That's what we're here for. All right, thank you very much for participating, and have a great one. Bye-bye.